there's no reason to doubt it. And even, yeah, I have no reason to doubt it. And I mean, even if there's no physical proof of it that it didn't work, or it did work.
What I'm asking is, do we even know what didn't work looks like? Do we know how to identify it?
Not really.
So if we don't know how to identify if prayer
It didn't
is
work.
that it didn't work,
How do we know that it did work?
yeah.
Um, that's a good question.
You got time for a short interview? You haven't have time for a short interview?
Sure, what's up?
All right. My name is Eddie, by the way.
I'll shake your hand, but I'm kind of sweaty.
Oh, it's all right. I'm all good with it.
What's up, man?
Are you okay if I record it?
Sure.
Cool.
Is this going to be on anywhere?
I have a YouTube channel where I put my interviews online.
Okay, well, yeah, let me just get your channel, and after we're done, and I'll check it out.
Okay. Actually, here it is right here. There you go. So I do something called Street Epistemology, where I ask people to pick a claim or a stance or a belief or something that they're fairly certain in or confident in, and then I'll ask questions to uncover not only what it is, why you believe it, but how you concluded it's true, or how you came to your conclusions.
Okay.
So I let you guys pick it, but I can give you some examples if you're not really sure.
Yeah, okay.
Want to do examples?
Yeah.
Okay. So some examples would be like, I believe karma is real and happening. I believe the earth is flat, or I believe prayer works. I believe in a God. I believe the theory of evolution is true.
Okay.
I believe
So just pick
aliens
like
are
a
out
topic you
there.
believe in.
Yeah, something you're fairly confident is true.
I like the one where you said the prayer.
Prayer works?
Prayer works. Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about that. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Sergio.
Sergio. All right. So I just set a timer for 10 minutes. Sometimes it goes longer than that, but just to respect people's time.
Okay.
All right. I want to get a sense of your confidence that this is true, that prayer works, from 0 to 100.
Okay.
How confident are you?
From 0 to 100?
Yeah. 100 is being like...
Completely? I would say 100.
You're 100?
Yeah.
100 to me is you
no
cannot
matter
be
what I
mistaken about this.
Yeah.
You're not open to being wrong. You have absolutely...
Oh, well, like I can't be moved out that position?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So 100%. All right. So what is the main reason you're at that 100% mark?
Just because I have prayed and I've seen that it's been answered.
Okay.
The prayer itself, not just on one occasion, but on several occasions. So therefore, I have no reason to doubt it.
So like what you're saying is like the reason you're at 100% is because you personally have seen it work.
Not
You
in
prayed.
like a dramatic way, but just like in a reasonable way.
Okay.
What I prayed for really just did come true.
Okay. Experience. All right. Do you have what is the best example of prayer working?
Okay, so had just graduated from high school, kind of looking for a job, couldn't find anything at the time, and I'm of religious belief, so what I did was I took it into consideration, meditated on it, prayed about it, and like a few days later, I was called by a friend of mine, a buddy of mine, that a position had just opened up where he was working, and I was hired like on the spot. So it's kind of crazy just to pray about it, and then for immediately like a few days later, it was answered. So it's pretty cool.
Have you ever gotten a job where you didn't pray for it?
Yeah.
Okay. How would we determine
What the difference was in both stances?
in that example that you gave, where you prayed and then after that you got that job or you got that offer? How would we determine if the prayer didn't work? What does that look like hypothetically?
Had it not worked?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think about it. Like, had it not worked, had I thought the prayer was like in vain or what?
No. Let's say that you that you prayed,
Mm-hmm.
what would you accept as a result that meant that the prayer didn't work? Like, what if a prayer didn't work? What does that look like?
I really don't know.
So, like, would you say if you pray, have you ever prayed and then
That something didn't happen?
something didn't happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's a reason. Maybe it's just not the time.
Okay.
Maybe it's just not meant for me. Or something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so now I see what you're saying. So yeah, say I prayed about something and it didn't come true. Just because it wasn't answered, doesn't mean that I trust less in it or can't be moved off of it. Just because I have just prayed on several occasions and if it didn't come true, maybe it's just not for me, or it just wasn't just not meant to be.
Okay. So what would you say is the difference between prayer?
Working and not working.
No, I mean, let me try to think of how to ask this. If you can get a job without praying,
Mm-hmm.
but you can also get a job before or after you prayed,
Mm-hmm.
how did you determine the prayer was involved in that?
Because I did it. And it wasn't working before. I was looking and I was really trying to look for a job, and then after I prayed, I didn't keep looking. I was focused on. I mean, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, so
Okay.
I was focusing on preaching, going door to door and stuff, and I just let it happen, and it did it by itself. Well, not really by itself, because people had heard that I was looking for a job, so by putting everything in God's hands and letting Him take care of it, that's how I concluded that the prayer was answered. Just because I put faith in it and I stopped stressing about it, because you do stress about it, but once you pray and talk to Jehovah or God, whatever you want to call Him, yeah, I mean, that's how I determined that it worked.
Okay. But we don't necessarily know what it looks like if a prayer didn't work. So if, let's say you prayed and didn't get the job, that's maybe just not meant to be, and you're saying maybe God didn't want you to go that pathway?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we don't really know how to determine if a prayer didn't work, is it possible that you got that job and the prayer didn't have anything to do with it? Is it possible that the prayer didn't work, but you
got the job anyways?
Yeah, you don't know how to determine if prayer works or not.
Like with concrete evidence? I mean, there's no reason to doubt it. And I have no reason to doubt it. And even if there's no physical proof of it that it didn't work, or it did work.
What I'm asking is, do we even know what didn't work looks like? Do we know how to identify it?
Not really.
So if we don't know how to identify if prayer that it didn't work,
how do we know that it did work?
Yeah.
That's a good question. But I mean, there's no reason to think like that just because I did pray and it did work. And I mean, like I said, I've prayed on several occasions, and it's just based on trust and faith.
Okay. Do you think what do you mean by faith? Is faith and trust like synonymous, or is it a little different?
And trust? I would think so.
Okay. Is trusting something to work a reliable way to know that it will?
Yeah.
Okay. So can someone trust they'll get a job and not get it? Can that happen?
Yeah.
So if that can happen, where someone can trust something to happen,
and
it not happen, is trust a reliable way to get to us to 100% confidence that something worked, or works the way we think it does?
Say that again.
Is trust as a method, as a way to conclude something to be true, is it reliable? Can
trust be reliable?
Yeah, if we just trusted things to happen, does that mean they're going to happen?
No, but I mean, you have to put forth some effort.
Okay.
And at a certain point, you're gonna have to just trust it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You can only do so much, and after that, like I said, prayer. That's where prayer comes in. And if you trust in that prayer and with all your heart and everything, I believe that it will come true. I mean, not in every circumstance, like I said.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what you pray. A lot of people could be praying about different things and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Prayer is just a way to communicate with the higher power, God, and let him know how you feel it, and I mean, it tends to work out.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, so maybe we're pretty much done. We have about like a minute, 25 seconds
fine.
left.
That's pretty good. I didn't really feel like 10 minutes at all.
Cool. So maybe you got my card. You can email me the next time you pray. Maybe think about what it would look like if the prayer didn't work, and how we go about determining it working and not working.
Okay.
Like, is it something that we can test to determine that prayer?
I'm going through some stuff right now, and I'm not praying,
okay,
like at all.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not spiritually sound with my religion itself. I'm just going through a rough patch. You know how we tend to get slumped sometimes.
Yeah.
And I haven't been praying for a few months now, and life's not really all that great right now, but I'm trying to make the best of it, and that's without prayer.
Okay.
And I don't feel as well as when I do pray. But if you want to touch more on the subject, I will feel free to contact you.
Yeah.
I did enjoy this conversation. Something I don't really do, but I thought I'd give it a chance.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't really happen, and it's pretty cool that I bumped into you, you know?
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. It
Sweet.
was a really good experience. Kind of challenged me there for a little bit. Got kind of, you know? But yeah, like I'm telling you, I haven't been praying here lately, and not everything's smooth sailing. That's part of my religion, is communicating through prayer. So that's something just very interesting to me itself, because I've noticed the differences when I do pray and I don't pray, and I'm not as spiritually sound and mentally, you know.
You know, it'd be interesting if you made a log and you wrote down your prayers, and then you would write down work, success, failure, and maybe like undetermined, and you kind of kept a log of which prayers worked, which prayers didn't, and then in each circumstance is different, each prayer is different, I guess, and so what it would look like for it not to work depends on the prayer. So maybe just kind of think about that, like, how do I determine if it worked, how do I determine if it didn't work, and if I don't have a way to determine the two, I guess maybe that's just undetermined for now. And just think about it.
All right, well,
all right, man.
Thanks for talking, man.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.